The Night Doorbell presenting The Devil Show.
This story's title is Soul of Vengeance. In a small, forgotten town nestled deep within the woods, there existed a sinister legend, whispered in hushed tones by the locals. It was the tale of the Soul of Vengeance, a vengeful spirit said to haunt those who dared to trespass upon its domain. One fateful night, four adventurous friends, Sarah, Mark, Emma, and John, decided to test the legend's authenticity. Armed with flashlights and skepticism, they embarked on a journey into the heart of the forest, guided only by the eerie glow of the moonlight. As they ventured deeper, the forest seemed to come alive, its ancient trees closing in on them like gnarled fingers. The chilling wind whispered secrets, and strange shadows danced in the darkness. Unbeknownst to them, they had crossed into the realm of the Soul of Vengeance. Their laughter turned to fear when Sarah's flashlight flickered and died. Panic set in as they realized they were lost, disoriented in the pitch-black forest. Desperation gripped them as they stumbled through the underbrush, their hearts pounding like a war drum. Then, a mournful, ghostly wail pierced the night, freezing them in their tracks. A haunting figure emerged from the shadows, its eyes burning with an otherworldly fury. It was the Soul of Vengeance, a specter cloaked in tattered rags, its face twisted with hatred. With each step, the spirit drew closer, and terror coursed through their veins. They tried to flee, but the forest seemed to conspire against them, leading them in circles. The vengeful spirit was unrelenting, tormenting them with chilling whispers of past wrongs. One by one, the friends succumbed to the relentless pursuit of the Soul of Vengeance. Mark vanished into the night, his cries echoing through the forest. Emma was found days later, her sanity shattered, muttering about unforgivable sins. John, driven to madness, disappeared without a trace. Only Sarah remained, a shell of her former self, plagued by nightmares and visions of the spirit's torment. The legend had become her reality, a never-ending nightmare from which she could not awaken. Years passed, and the legend of the Soul of Vengeance grew stronger, casting a dark shadow over the town. Locals avoided the forest, warning outsiders of the malevolent spirit that lurked within. It became a place spoken of only in hushed tones, its name invoking dread. Sarah, the sole survivor of that fateful night, remained haunted by her memories. She was an outcast, shunned by the townspeople who believed she had brought the curse upon them. She lived in isolation, haunted by the knowledge that she had unwittingly unleashed the vengeful spirit upon her friends. Despite her torment, Sarah became obsessed with uncovering the truth about the Soul of Vengeance. She scoured ancient texts and consulted local historians, hoping to find a way to appease the spirit and bring peace to her tortured soul. One stormy night, as lightning split the sky and rain poured in torrents, Sarah ventured into the forest once more, armed with a relic she believed might hold the key to the spirit's salvation. She reached the heart of the forest, where the legend began, and called out to the Soul of Vengeance. The spirit emerged from the shadows, its form flickering like a spectral flame. Sarah pleaded for forgiveness, recounting the tale of that ill-fated night, her voice trembling with remorse. She offered the relic as a token of her sincerity, hoping it would quell the spirit's anger. For a moment, the forest fell silent, as if holding its breath. Then, the vengeful spirit's fiery eyes softened, and a mournful sigh escaped its lips. It reached out and accepted the relic, its spectral form dissipating like smoke in the wind. With the relic in its grasp, the Soul of Vengeance began to recede into the darkness, its malevolence fading. The forest seemed to sigh in relief, and the ancient trees released their grip on Sarah. As dawn broke, Sarah emerged from the forest, her heart heavy but hopeful. The legend of the Soul of Vengeance had come to an end, and the curse that had plagued the town for generations began to lift. The townspeople slowly accepted Sarah back into their fold, grateful for her sacrifice and determination to make amends. The forest, once feared and forsaken, began to heal, its malevolent spirit finally at rest. Years passed, and the town's wounds began to heal, but the memory of the soul of vengeance lingered like a ghostly whisper. The forest remained a place of mystery, still avoided by many, though stories of its malevolent spirit had grown into the stuff of local legend. Sarah, now an older woman, had become a keeper of the town's history. She dedicated her life to preserving the story of that fateful night, hoping that by sharing the cautionary tale, future generations would steer clear of the cursed woods. She tirelessly researched the relic she had given to the spirit, seeking to understand its origins and the ancient power it held. In her quest, she unearthed forgotten lore and arcane knowledge, gradually piecing together the true nature of the vengeful spirit and the source of its torment. One day, Sarah stumbled upon a hidden chamber deep beneath the town's church, a chamber that contained ancient scrolls and cryptic writings. Among them, she found references to the relic and its connection to the forest's dark history. It was said to be a key, a link between the living world and the realm of the supernatural. Determined to put an end to the curse once and for all, Sarah embarked on a perilous journey to locate the missing pieces of the relic, scattered throughout the town. Each piece was said to hold a fragment of the spirit's anger and pain. With the town's reluctant support, she began her quest, uncovering hidden artifacts and untangling the threads of a centuries-old mystery. Along the way, she faced eerie encounters and unearthed secrets that had long been buried, all while the ghostly presence of the soul of vengeance seemed to watch over her, its anger shifting to a mournful curiosity. As the final piece of the relic was found and assembled, Sarah returned to the forest, bearing the complete key to the spirit's redemption. With a heavy heart, she called out to the soul of vengeance one last time, offering the relic as a final act of contrition. The spirit appeared once more, its fiery eyes filled with a mix of longing and sorrow. Sarah explained her mission and her discovery, pleading for the spirit's forgiveness and release from its eternal torment. The forest was silent, and then, in a spectral gust of wind, the spirit reached out to accept the relic. With a radiant, ethereal light, the spirit transformed, its form becoming peaceful and serene. The curse was broken, and the soul of vengeance had found peace at last. The forest, once shrouded in darkness, now bathed in a warm, gentle light, and the curse that had plagued the town for generations was finally lifted. Sarah, with tears in her eyes, watched as the spirit faded into the light, its vengeful soul finally finding redemption. With the curse of the soul of vengeance lifted and the forest transformed into a place of peace, the town flourished once again. It was as if a dark cloud that had hung over the community for generations had finally dissipated, allowing the sun to shine brightly on their lives. Sarah, having fulfilled her mission to bring redemption to the vengeful spirit, found solace and closure in her newfound purpose as the town's historian and guardian of its secrets. She dedicated herself to preserving the town's history and the tale of the soul of vengeance as a reminder of the consequences of trespassing into the realm of the supernatural. As the years passed, the town prospered, and its once forbidding forest became a place of tranquility and natural beauty. Families picnicked by its clear streams, and children played beneath the ancient trees, no longer fearing the malevolent spirit. The legend of the soul of vengeance endured, not as a tale of horror, but as a story of redemption and the resilience of the human spirit. Visitors from far and wide came to hear the story and to witness the forest's remarkable transformation, turning the once desolate town into a destination known for its history and the triumph of good over evil. Sarah, now an elderly woman, continued to share the story with the younger generations, ensuring that the lessons learned from the past were not forgotten. She often visited the forest, sitting beneath the very tree where she had first encountered the vengeful spirit, finding comfort in the peace that now reigned. As the years rolled on, the town continued to thrive, and the story of the soul of vengeance became an essential part of its identity. The once feared forest had become a symbol of resilience and the triumph of humanity over the supernatural. Sarah's dedication to preserving the town's history earned her the respect and admiration of the community. She mentored young historians, passing down not only the tale of the soul of vengeance but also the importance of understanding the past to shape a better future. The forest, now known as the Forest of Redemption, attracted tourists from all over, drawn not by fear but by the allure of a place where the supernatural had been tamed by courage and determination. It had transformed into a sanctuary for both nature lovers and those seeking solace in its tranquil embrace. Over the years, Sarah's own story became intertwined with the legend. She was remembered not only as the woman who had faced the vengeful spirit but as the town's savior. Statues and plaques dedicated to her contributions dotted the town, ensuring that her legacy would live on for generations to come. The town's prosperity brought with it modernization, but the memory of the soul of vengeance and its redemption remained a steadfast reminder of the town's history. It was a lesson in the power of forgiveness and the capacity for change, both within individuals and within communities. Sarah, in the twilight of her life, often walked through the forest, reflecting on her journey in the transformation she had witnessed. She knew that the spirit of vengeance had found peace, but perhaps it was her own soul that had been redeemed in the process. As she gazed at the sunlight filtering through the leaves and listened to the gentle rustling of the trees, Sarah felt a profound sense of closure. The legacy of the soul of vengeance had been transformed from a nightmare into a story of redemption, resilience, and the enduring power of the human spirit. In the twilight of her life, Sarah's connection to the town deepened further. She spent her days sharing stories with the children of the town, passing down the lessons she had learned from her encounter with the soul of vengeance. She taught them about courage, forgiveness, and the importance of facing one's fears. The forest, once a place of dread, had become a source of solace for Sarah. It was where she found peace and a connection to the spirit of the town's history. She often walked its winding paths, reflecting on her journey from fear to redemption, and how it paralleled the transformation of the forest itself. One day, as she ventured deeper into the woods, Sarah discovered a hidden glade bathed in the soft light of a setting sun. At the center of the glade stood a majestic oak tree, its branches reaching out like welcoming arms. It was the very tree beneath which she had first encountered the vengeful spirit all those years ago. As she approached the tree, Sarah felt a gentle breeze, as if the forest itself was acknowledging her presence. She reached out and touched the tree's weathered bark, a silent thank you for the peace it had helped her find. In that moment, Sarah knew that her mission was complete. The soul of vengeance had found redemption, and she had found her own. The town's history had been rewritten, and the legacy of fear had been replaced by one of hope and healing. Sarah returned to the town, her heart full of gratitude and contentment. She knew that her time in this world was drawing to a close, but she was at peace, knowing that she had played a vital role in the town's transformation. As Sarah's life came to its natural end, the town mourned her passing but celebrated her legacy. She had not only saved them from a malevolent spirit but had also shown them the way to redemption and forgiveness. The story of the soul of vengeance and the town's transformation became known far and wide, a beacon of hope in a world often filled with darkness. People from distant places came to visit the town, to walk through the forest of redemption, and to learn from the lessons of its history. As the years passed, the town's reputation as a place of redemption and resilience grew stronger. Visitors came not only to hear the tale of the soul of vengeance but also to experience the town's unique sense of unity and hope. It had become a sanctuary for those seeking inspiration and solace. The Forest of Redemption, once a symbol of dread, now thrived with life and beauty. Rare flora and fauna, untouched by the corruption of vengeance, flourished within its confines. The tranquil streams that wound through the forest sparkled in the sunlight, inviting travelers to find serenity beneath the ancient trees. Sarah's memory endured, not just as a historical figure but as a source of inspiration for the town's residents. They looked to her life as an example of courage and perseverance, reminding them that even in the darkest of times, redemption was possible. The town became a hub for artists, writers, and scholars who sought to capture the essence of its transformation. Paintings, novels, and academic studies were dedicated to the remarkable story of the soul of vengeance and the town's journey from darkness to light. As the town thrived, so did its sense of community. Neighbors supported one another, knowing that together, they had faced their deepest fears and emerged stronger for it. The bond they shared transcended generations, a testament to the enduring power of forgiveness and unity. The forest remained a place of pilgrimage, where people came to reflect on their own struggles and seek a connection to something greater than themselves. They left tokens of gratitude beneath the ancient oak tree, where Sarah had encountered the vengeful spirit, expressing their thanks for the town's transformation. Sarah's final resting place was beneath that same oak tree, where her journey had begun. Her tombstone bore a simple inscription, "Sarah, Redeemer of Souls." It became a site of reverence, a place where visitors paid their respects to the woman who had not only saved her town but had also shown the world the path to redemption. As time flowed onward, the town's story of redemption became a beacon of light in a world that often struggled with its own demons. People far and wide sought to learn from the town's remarkable transformation, hoping to apply its lessons to their own lives. The Forest of Redemption, with its vibrant ecosystem and serene beauty, drew researchers and conservationists from around the globe. They marveled at the resilience of nature, which had rebounded from the curse's grip and now thrived in a state of balance and harmony. The town itself flourished in more ways than one. Its once dwindling population grew as newcomers were drawn not only by the town's fame but also by its welcoming spirit. The residents, steeped in the values of unity and redemption, opened their hearts to those who sought a fresh start. The town's schoolchildren learned about the legend of the soul of vengeance as a cautionary tale in their history classes. It became a story of hope and bravery, teaching them that even in the face of the darkest challenges, they had the capacity to triumph. Sarah's legacy lived on through a scholarship fund established in her name. It supported the education of promising young minds, fostering a new generation of leaders who valued compassion and the power of redemption. The town's annual Redemption Festival had become a cherished tradition. People from all walks of life gathered to celebrate the triumph of good over evil, filling the town square with music, art, and a profound sense of community. The festival served as a reminder that unity and forgiveness were forces capable of healing even the deepest wounds. The oak tree beneath which Sarah had confronted the vengeful spirit stood as a symbol of hope and renewal. It became a place of pilgrimage for those seeking inspiration and a connection to the town's extraordinary history. Visitors would often leave behind notes of gratitude and messages of hope, continuing the tradition of paying homage to Sarah's courage. As the town continued to thrive and its story spread far and wide, it attracted attention from scholars and researchers in various fields. They came to study not only the legend of the soul of vengeance but also the remarkable transformation of the town itself. Historians delved into archives, unearthing forgotten details about the town's past and the origins of the malevolent spirit. Their research shed light on the historical injustices that had fueled the spirit's anger and provided valuable insights into the power of redemption and reconciliation. Psychologists and sociologists found the town's journey to be a compelling case study of how collective trauma could be healed through unity and forgiveness. They marveled at the town's ability to turn fear into hope and darkness into light. Environmentalists, inspired by the rejuvenation of the Forest of Redemption, studied the unique ecological changes that had taken place within the forest. They explored how nature had rebounded and flourished once the curse was lifted, offering valuable lessons for conservation efforts around the world. The town's story also attracted filmmakers and artists who sought to capture its essence on screen and canvas. Documentaries and paintings depicting the transformation of the forest and the resilience of the town became widely acclaimed, spreading the tale of redemption even further. In the wake of the town's resurgence, it became a hub for seminars and conferences focused on forgiveness, reconciliation, and community healing. Experts from various fields gathered to exchange ideas and strategies, inspired by the town's journey from darkness to light. The oak tree beneath which Sarah had faced the vengeful spirit became a symbol of global significance. It was declared a protected landmark, visited by people from all corners of the world who sought to connect with the spirit of redemption that had taken root in the town. The town's annual Redemption Festival grew in scale and significance, becoming an international event that drew visitors from every continent. It served as a reminder that, in a world often filled with division and strife, the power of unity and forgiveness could transcend boundaries. Sarah's scholarship fund expanded its reach, offering opportunities for education and research to individuals from diverse backgrounds. It became a testament to the town's commitment to fostering a future built on the values of compassion and redemption. As the town's reputation as a symbol of redemption and renewal continued to grow, it began to play a more active role on the global stage. The town's leaders and residents saw an opportunity to share their experience and knowledge to promote healing and unity worldwide. The town hosted international conferences on reconciliation, forgiveness, and conflict resolution. Experts, leaders, and diplomats from across the globe converged to learn from the town's unique journey and apply its lessons to their own communities and nations. It became a hub for peace-building initiatives, fostering dialogue and understanding between societies torn apart by strife. A center for the study of redemption and forgiveness was established within the town, attracting scholars and researchers from diverse fields. This center not only delved into the town's history but also conducted groundbreaking research on the psychological and sociological aspects of forgiveness, offering valuable insights into the human capacity for healing and transformation. The annual Redemption Festival evolved into a global celebration of unity and forgiveness. It featured cultural exchanges, artistic performances, and discussions on reconciliation, drawing people from all corners of the world to join in the spirit of hope and renewal. The Forest of Redemption became a model for sustainable conservation practices. Its rejuvenation served as a testament to the resilience of nature and the positive impact of environmental stewardship. Conservationists and policymakers sought guidance from the town on how to restore and protect fragile ecosystems. The town's residents, now seen as ambassadors of reconciliation, traveled to conflict zones and troubled communities to share their story and offer guidance on the path to healing. They became advocates for peace, using their experiences to inspire others to embark on their own journeys of redemption. Sarah's scholarship fund expanded its reach beyond the town's borders, providing educational opportunities to individuals from regions affected by conflict and injustice. It became a beacon of hope for those seeking to break the cycle of violence and transform their lives through learning and understanding. The oak tree, standing tall and strong beneath which Sarah had confronted the vengeful spirit, became a symbol of international peace and reconciliation. Leaders from nations in conflict would gather beneath its branches to engage in dialogue and seek common ground. Inspired by the tree's message of transformation and healing. In this way, the town of redemption had not only transformed itself but had also become a catalyst for positive change on a global scale. Its story resonated with people from all walks of life, reminding the world that even in the face of the darkest of legends, the power of forgiveness, unity, and redemption could prevail, offering a path towards a brighter future for all of humanity. With this story ends here. If you like the story, then like the video and subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to pass it so that you keep getting such interesting stories. Thank you.